Hello friends, welcome to my channel SushantChessWise. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting line against the Sicilian. It's the very sharp Grand Prix attack and many of my students play it. I also play it but under some specific circumstance. When my opponent starts with the move C, E4, G6, then I often go with the move C and C3. Okay, and then if he plays C5, it will become the Grand Prix attack. So today in this game we will see how this Grand Prix attack is a very strong weapon. So I am taking his online game. His opponent was around 2403 rating, and we will see some very interesting ideas how the tactic pans out and how to conduct the kingside attack. Basically it's analysis of his game and we are discussing the main line today. So E4, C5 and C3, this stops the move D5 by black. And now black should often go with the move NC6. The reason is he waits for white's response, and after F4, G6, NF3, BG7, BC4, he can choose the move E6 rather than go with the move direct C D6 over here, which can gain him a tempo as compared to the main game. See, after E6, castle, NE7, this is the main line, Queen E1, and with this move he stops black's D5. See, D5 blunder, ED, knight D5, and white is winning. So castle first and D3, D5, BB3. This is the starting point. White aims at the move F5. So we are going to discuss all this gradually. This line was played by Vishwanathan Anand and Nigel Short, and that too when they were 2500 plus grandmasters. So this is a very good attacking weapon if used properly. Very good for players, I believe, around 1800 range when they face 200, 300 points higher opponents. Very good against IMs also, I would say. So in our game, the player went with D6 and now see F4 and G6, and F3, BG7, BC4, and C6, castle, all going similarly, E6, D3, NE7, Queen E1. But the point is that here see D6 has been wasted, so black is not getting D5 directly, and many people think that white can play E5 if black omits D6, but then the knight comes to F5 for black, so that is why they do D6 first. So castle and F5, this is our theoretical position. No one ever considers GF here for obvious reasons. Queen can go to H4 or G3. One line could be Queen H4 and G6, Queen H5, and the knight jumping to G5. So EF is played here, which is the main move, and now white goes Queen H4. Play has already become very sharp, and I would say that this position is great for white. He has to know some ideas, and you can make many points this way if you choose this line. Of course, you have to know some other variations as well. Gradually, I will try to cover more games by my students and maybe by grandmasters also. Here already black is in deep trouble. I will show you some very interesting lines here. If NE5 trying to neutralize this powerful bishop, then comes knight E5, D takes E5, BG5, and now this pin is serious cause of concern. There are two lines. One, if rook E8, then knight D5, we pressurize this knight, king F8 or BF8. BF8 immediately loses to knight F6 check, king G7, queen H7 mate. So king F8, and here too there are many ways. Simplest being QH7. Pin is still eminent. Queen moves, knight F6, QC7. If BF6, then BH6, BG7, BG7 mates. So one of my students had a very similar game once, not exact this position, and he also mated this way, QG8 check, in G8, NH7. The opponent was not very strong, around 1600, okay, but he got such a win. So QD4 check looks forced, king H1, and now the knight moves, right? But now the white knight comes to D5, and same, the mating threats are eminent from the F6 square. Let me show you. After BE6, knight check, bishop F6, bishop F6, we are already threatening queen H6. So only move H5, and now there are many moves actually. One of them is rook F5, easiest, very strong. If C GF, then QG5 mates next move. Of course, no one is going for that. If bishop c4, then to rook h5, gh5, you can see qg5, mates next move. If bishop f5, then queen g5, king h7, ef, and there is a massive threat. See, after qd6, there comes bf7, rook f7, 2g6, checkmate, it's game over. And same can happen to the move c, queen takes b2 as well. Another option is the move b6 suggested by many, but here white can either go knight g5 right now or takes knight g5, deadly double attack on h7 and e6, forced to play h5, knight e6. See, not only material will be lost, see, it's a fork, okay, and moreover, see, the black pawns have all moved in front of the castled king, means some more sacrifice are imminent and black will get mated. Do try to calculate how white can win over here on your own. So after qh4, black played fe, which was blunder, of course, and now comes ng5. And now we can conclude that opponent has fallen into our trap. There is no defense to both f7 and h7. Black goes nh5, and now see knight f7, rook f7, bf7, king h7. There are many ways here actually. Many people often suggest bg6, which is very strong actually. I'll show you later. White played ne4. Okay, this move. But see, bg6 is very interesting. Knight takes, queen check, kg8, queen g6. See so many threats. Knight going to d5, rook coming to f7 and bh6. This is winning for white. So ne4, my student went ne4. There are two threats, ng5 and bg5. Of course, also nf6 we can consider. Black goes ne5, and now see, ng5 would have mated very quickly. ng5, king h8, bg6, knight takes, queen check, and queen h7 mates next move. This was quicker. Now this being a short time control, maybe both were low on time, and he played here bg5. Safe and very strong. Lot of tactic happen here as well. See, if knight 5 c6, then knight f6, bf6, bf6, it's game over. bd7, then c, same, bg6 check, ng6, then check, kg8 check, and mates next move. And to kg6 also nothing much, queen check, kh7, 2g7 checkmate. So basically it's game over now. Black tried bf8, and after nf6, kg7, knight check, gh. Here too many moves win, queen h5 is c, one simple way to continue. But after our bf6 check, the opponent chooses to resign here to kh7, not even playing further. Queen h5, it's game over. See, here there is a very simple finish. We are not looking to play bg5, which is good to snatch the material. But see, bishop takes e5, d takes e5. This opens the deadly rook, and bg6 check. Not much unexpected, right? It's game over now. Mate in 2 or 3 follows. If knight g6, if kg8, then we just take the bishop. If kg7, then 2, not much different, because rook f7 check would transpose, and ng6, then 2 check, king h8, then check, kg8, qg7 mates, and kg8, then 2 qg6, kh8, rook h7 mates. So here the opponent's decision to resign was, I think, very much correct. So basically I wanted to show you what is the importance of preparation. Opening should be prepared this way, and at advanced level, opening plays a very, very important role. When you are looking to cross 2000 rating quickly, do try to upgrade your openings and try to match to your current rating level. Try to anticipate that after 1 year where you want to be, and play the openings that way. So I hope you are finding these lessons useful. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.